Good morning, and thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Clay County Sheriff Michelle Cook, and I am here to share with all of you some very, very disappointing news this morning. I have the details of a noteworthy case investigated by the Clay County Sheriff's Office Integrity Unit and Special Victims Unit that involves an employee of the Clay County Sheriff's Office. On Tuesday, April 12th, at roughly 9:30 p.m., the Clay County Sheriff's Office received a call about a sexual battery that had occurred earlier that day. Deputies arrived and met with a woman who told them that her 12-year-old daughter came into her bedroom crying and told her about an incident of inappropriate sexual contact with an adult that happened earlier in the day. The victim said the incident was bothering her, and she further stated that this was not the first time that something like this had occurred and that she wanted it to stop. The suspect in this case was identified as Deputy Sheriff Paul S. Mauricio. Our Integrity Inspector and Special Victims Unit were immediately called out to investigate and met with a Department of Children's and Families investigator. A safety plan was initiated that forbid contact between Mauricio and the victim, and he was placed on an emergency suspension by the Clay County Sheriff's Office while this claim was investigated. A detailed interview and medical exam with the victim was scheduled for Wednesday morning with specialists at the Child Protection Team office in Jacksonville. During this interview, the victim disclosed details of a pattern of sexual abuse incidents that had been ongoing for some time. Wednesday afternoon, investigators met with Mauricio, who confirmed a pattern of inappropriate sexual contact with the victim. Following his interview, he was arrested and booked into the Clay County Jail. At this time, he is charged with capital sexual battery for incidents that occurred when the victim was under 12 years of age, and custodial sexual battery for incidents that occurred after the victim turned 12. I want to say to the young lady who came forward, I want to commend her for her bravery in coming forward with such a difficult conversation with her mom. And I don't know if she will ever see this interview or hear this, but I mean, for a young person, a young lady to come forward at 12 years of age to disclose such a difficult thing, she's a very, very brave young girl. We are in the process of working with the family and our victims' advocates to offer them any and all available services to support them. The victim was known to Mauricio, but their specific relationship will not be disclosed, as we will not be giving any information that could identify the victim in the case. Mauricio has been employed by the Clay County Sheriff's Office for 8 years and was working as a patrol deputy. I will be upgrading his emergency suspension to a termination today, now that he has been arrested. I want to thank our investigators who worked together to quickly but thoroughly investigate this case and arrest Mauricio. These cases can be difficult to investigate, but there is no higher calling than ensuring the safety of the children of this community. It is always disappointing when a deputy tarnishes the badge, but we have so many more who remain committed to honoring their oath to protect and serve our community by holding criminals accountable, even if that criminal wears a badge. With that, I will answer whatever questions I can, but I am somewhat limited as to what I can say due to the ongoing nature of this investigation and the fact that this case involves a child victim of sexual abuse. Before I get to your questions, I need to let you all know that I will not be able to answer any questions as to the ongoing homicide or home invasion robbery case, which remains active and continuing. There is no new information on that case to release at this time. Any questions?
The deputy's last name, could you spell that for us?
Yes, ma'am. Mauricio.
How far back did the incidents of abuse go?
We're still working through the timeline on that, but I can say it was ongoing.
And can you repeat the second charge?
Yes, ma'am. So the first charge is capital sexual battery. Those charges stem from the incidents that occurred before the victim was 12 years of age. The second charge is custodial sexual battery. And those are for incidents that occurred after the victim was 12 years of age.
Did he have any background or history of any other criminal complaints, or this is the first?
This is not that we're aware of at this time, no ma'am.
Is he from Clay County?
That I do not know. I know he's been employed here about 8 years, but I don't know if he is from Clay County.
You said he was employed for 8 years?
Yes.
In these situations, with each charge, is it just that one charge, or will there be several charges of each, kind of like delegation of capital sexual battery and custodial sexual battery?
We're still working through the number of charges on the cases that we were able to, every incident that we can either prove or have evidence of, we'll add the additional charges. And then, of course, we're going to work with the state attorney's office to see what the most appropriate charges are.
Is he being held without bond, or is there a bond set at the jail right now?
I don't know the answer to that question about his bond at this point.
Any other questions?
I just have one more. Just to confirm, you said that on Tuesday you received a call about this sexual battery. It occurred earlier in the day as well, but this has been an ongoing thing,
Correct. Correct, ongoing. And I was just told he's got no bond.
Okay, and the victim is 12.
I believe the victim is 12 now, yes.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.